Hi there. Today, I will be sharing with you one of the most fundamental questions regarding artificial intelligence. What changed? What exactly led to the sudden explosion of artificial intelligence into every corner of our lives and industries? In the next few minutes, we will uncover how breakthrough in data and algorithm has rewritten the rules of work, business, and human interactions. Please permit me share my screen as we proceed with the presentation on 2023, the year AI shifted from imitation to intelligence, understanding the breakthroughs and implications of modern AI. We will begin with an introduction that sets the stage, then step back briefly to understand the historical context that brought us to this point. Next, we'll zoom in on 2023, what I call the inflection point, and examine the remarkable shifts in AI capabilities that occurred within just 12 months. From there, we'll explore the rise of foundation models like ChatGPT 4 and how they've transformed what machines can do. We'll also talk about how access to these powerful tools has been rapidly democratized, changing who can build, innovate, and disrupt. Then we'll pivot to impact. What are the economic and business disruptions on the way? What ethical and societal challenges must we confront? And perhaps most importantly, what does all this mean for us as business leaders? To wrap up, I'll pose a few provocative questions for the future and offer some key takeaways that I hope will stay with you long after this presentation ends. So let's begin. Before we understand what changed in 2023, let's rewind briefly and reflect on where we were. For years, narrow AI was the norm. These were systems designed to do one task well, like filtering spam, recommending movies, or recognizing faces. They worked, but their intelligence was shallow and tightly limited to specific domains. Progress in AI felt more like a slow drip than a breakthrough. Models improved incrementally, task by task, data set by data set. Innovation was real, but localized. Even large models, yes, they existed, but they were mostly impressive parrots. They could generate text but lacked the kind of reasoning, adaptability, or contextual understanding we associate with intelligence. That's why I think 2023 stands out. It wasn't just another year, it was the moment AI began crossing the threshold from clever automation to something that looks a lot more like genuine reasoning. Let's see exactly what changed. It began with ChatGPT's public breakout. Suddenly, millions of people weren't just hearing about AI, they were using it. ChatGPT 4 soon followed, showcasing coding abilities, visual understanding through multimodal capabilities, and even scoring near the top percentiles in professional exams. But this wasn't just about the hype. We saw the explosion of general purpose AI systems, systems that could not only chat but reason, plan, and even create. That marked a dramatic shift from mimicking human tasks to demonstrating autonomy, creativity, and adaptive learning. Foundation models like ChatGPT 4 became public tools, not just academic marvels. This rapid democratization meant that businesses, schools, and everyday users could now harness serious AI power instantly. 2023 wasn't just about what AI could do, it was about who could now do it. Let's talk about the true transformation in AI's abilities. We've gone from autocomplete tools to what can now be called autonomous reasoning. In 2023, models became truly multimodal. They can seamlessly move between text, images, and code. That means they can write an essay, describe a photo, or even debug software all in one session. How cool is that? But it gets deeper. These models now exhibit tool use. They can plan steps, use calculators, run codes, and even interact with browsers. That's not just smart, it's strategic behavior, if you ask me. They are also starting to breach applications. APIs, spreadsheets, design tools. AI can now operate across systems. It's like giving the internet a brain, so to say. This opens floodgates for innovation in both creative industries like marketing and analytical fields like finance and data science. And at the center of this evolution is a new skill, prompting. Human AI communication has become an art, one that defines how we collaborate with intelligence itself. One of the most transformative shifts in AI today is the rise of foundation models. These are massive neural networks like ChatGPT-4 that are trained once on large data sets and then adapted to countless tasks. Rather than building separate models for different problems, one powerful model can now handle chat translation, summarization, coding, and more. That's game changing for scalability and innovation. Major players include OpenAI with ChatGPT-4, Claude, Google's Gemini. These models aren't just smart, they are becoming the infrastructural layer for digital intelligence. But there is a critical debate happening: transparency versus opacity. Some models offer visible reasoning. ChatGPT-4 can show step by step logic, while others operate as black boxes. There is a trade off here. Greater performance often comes with reduced explainability, and that matters for trust, ethics, and regulation. In essence, foundation models are the new engines of AI transformation, driving change across sectors from law and healthcare to marketing and robotics. Now, let's talk about a powerful shift that truly sparks curiosity: the democratization of AI. Until recently, advanced AI was confined to elite labs and billion-dollar companies. But in 2023, that all changed. We saw open source models like Mistral become widely available, allowing even solo developers to experiment with state-of-the-art tools. This wave of accessibility is being turbocharged by corporate ecosystems. Microsoft integrated OpenAI into Azure. Amazon partnered with Anthropic on AWS. Suddenly, sophisticated AI isn't just for researchers, it's a plug and play tool for anyone using Excel, Notion, Slack, you name it. And here is the magical part: AI is becoming more context aware. Like humans, it answers changes depending on how it's asked. It can interpret nuanced prompts and adjust reasoning accordingly. A surface for a roller skating race, the AI might imagine asphalt or hardwood depending on the user's world. We are watching AI shift from mechanical outputs to human like understanding, and that opens a world of possibilities. Now, let's zoom in on one of the most profound ripple effects of AI's revolution: economic and business disruption. We are entering a new productivity paradigm. AI is no longer futuristic luxury, it's becoming a utility. Think of AI as a service, like cloud computing, but for intelligence. Companies can now plug into models like ChatGPT-4 to generate content, write code, or even analyze data without building from scratch. This shift means that cognitive tasks once reserved for humans, such as drafting emails, designing art, or conducting marketing research, are being automated at scale. As a result, the implications are huge. We are seeing new hiring patterns emerge where soft skills and AI fluency are more valuable than technical expertise. Product development cycles are shrinking while startups are building full platforms in weeks, not years. This isn't just change, it's acceleration. And businesses that fail to adapt risk being left behind. With all the breakthroughs AI has delivered, it also opens a new chapter of ethical challenges, and we must not ignore them. Let's start with hallucinations. AI systems can confidently generate false or misleading information. These aren't malicious lies, they are flaws in how models predict and next words or ideas. But the impacts can be serious. In healthcare, law, finance, or any other field, hallucinated facts can erode trust and cause real time harm. Next is the rise of deepfakes and misinformation. Today's models can generate voices and faces that are nearly indistinguishable from real people. This raises huge questions for politics, journalism, and society's shared sense of truth. Together, these concerns form what we call trust gap. As AI becomes more powerful, the urgency grows for transparency, regulation, and digital literacy. Without ethical guards, innovation risks outpacing our ability to manage it, and that's just the truth. For business leaders, the AI conversation has drifted from cautious exploration to bold implementation. We are now in an era where AI fluency isn't optional, it's a core business competency. AI systems today understand and translate dozens of languages. This expands global access and inclusivity, which is powerful. But with that comes a deeper issue, digital colonization. When AI is trained on data from dominant cultures, whose values and perspectives are embedded in the output, whose voice becomes the default. This is why AI readiness is more than tech, it's strategy. Leaders face pressing decisions. Should you build your own AI tools or buy existing solutions? How do you ensure ethical guardrails are in place? And what's your plan to reskill your workforce for an AI augmented future? These aren't future questions, they are now questions. And how companies answer them will define their competitive edge for years to come. As we embrace the promise of AI, we must also confront the questions that will shape its future and ask. First, who decides the moral compass of artificial intelligence? Is it the engineers, the corporations, or the cultures represented in the data? AI doesn't create values, it reflects them. And the risk is that those values may not be universal. Secondly, we must ask, are we building machines that truly reason, or are we just automating our existing biases? If AI systems are trained on biased data, they risk reinforcing harmful stereotypes, amplifying inequality, or delivering outcomes that feel objective but aren't. These aren't just philosophical questions, they are design choices. The future of AI will become or be defined not only by its capabilities, but by the wisdom, inclusivity, and responsibility behind its development. Let's not ask what AI can do. Let's ask what should it do? As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what truly changed in 2023. It wasn't just the emergence of new AI tools, it was something deeper. It was our relationship with artificial intelligence that evolved. AI shifted from being a narrow background tool to becoming a central force in how we think, work, and lead. It is no longer future bound. It is here, active, intelligent, and reshaping our present. Foundation models like ChatGPT 4, Claude, Gemini are not only technological marvels, they are now the engines powering innovation, communication, and strategy across industries. But with this powerful tool comes urgency. The pace of change requires us, not just technologies, but all of us to step up, to lead with AI literacy, act with agility, and make informed ethical decisions that will come and define how this transformation unfolds. Because the next chapter isn't written yet by AI, it is written by us. So these are some of the references that guided me in this presentation. Thank you so much, and I hope this was an addition. Thank you.